Ni hao, hello, how are you? Just realized that we've never learned how to say hi in sign language. So that's what I did right here. It's kind of like a salute. You're gonna make the B sign and you're just gonna go like this. That says hello. That's how you say hello in sign language. And of course, ni hao means hello or hi in Mandarin. So I'm glad you're back today. Let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna do our circle, our flag, and then we'll start circle. So everybody up, right hand in the air, and your hand on your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, let's go ahead and do our calendar. I sure do miss all my helpers. Calendar helper, weather helper, pledge helper. You'll be back, we'll get it all going again. So who thinks they know what today is? What day of the week would be today? Today is Thursday. So we'll say Thursday, April 9th. And what year is it? 2020. So if today's Thursday, what would be yesterday? What was yesterday? What comes before Thursday? Wednesday. So yesterday was Wednesday, today is Thursday, and that makes tomorrow what? Friday. So tomorrow will be Friday. But we're closed tomorrow. There's no school tomorrow. So I won't be here tomorrow, so today's kind of my Friday. Tomorrow is Good Friday. It's the Friday before what holiday? Easter. And let's learn the sign for Easter. Make your E sign on both hands and put them up like this. And then you're going to make a circle out like this. So make an E for Easter. And Easter is going to be on Sunday. I hope you guys have a special day. All right, so let's go ahead and do our weather. Our week this week is what? We're learning all about weather. So let's go ahead and do our weather song. What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? Is it windy? Is it cloudy? Is there sun or is there rain? Take a second to go look. I'll wait right here. All right. Actually, here in New Albany, I see some sunshine. Let's end on sunshine. Are you ready? The weather's sunny. The weather's sunny. The weather's sunny out today. It makes me happy. The weather's sunny. The weather's sunny out today. But weather can have more than one thing. Do you think it's this? Windy? It's very windy today, isn't it? It's getting very windy. Do you remember any of our newer signs that we learned this week? What do you think this means? Storm. This is a storm. You probably heard it last night. We've had a few of those. That is storm. And let's see, what else did we learn this week? Get my little sheets out. Oh, we learned a new sign for weather. So you make your W's, you face each other, and you go like this, back and forth. Weather, which is kenchi, kenchi in Mandarin. And storm is fengba. Fengba is storm. And then we practiced Easter. I tried to learn Easter in Mandarin, but that's a really hard word. So we're just going to do the sign language because Miss Pam couldn't say it. Sorry. So, all right. Now, today, we don't have a weather book. I have lots of weather books, but today we're going to read an Easter book. And this is called The Berenstain Bears and the Real Easter Eggs. It's one of my favorite books. It's an older book. This used to belong to Brian, my son. So it's seen a lot of readings. Whoop, I missed a page, I think. I missed lots of pages. Oh, I'm so sorry. Here we go. The Berenstain Bears and the Real Easter Egg. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. How about that, said Sister Bear. I got 23 Valentines at school today. 7 signed with names, 8 guess who's, and 8 SWAKS's. Brother smiled. He knew that there were 24 cubs in Sister's class, and Teacher Jane made every cub give every other cub a Valentine. But Sister was enjoying her Valentine so much that he didn't say anything. Besides, he'd gotten quite a few himself. "I just love holidays," said Sister. "I wish every day was a holiday. Then you could get stuff every day." "Oh," said Mama. "Who's been listening? Is that all holiday means to you, is getting stuff?" "Sure," said Sister. "You get turkey stuffing and pumpkin pie on Thanksgiving, presents on Christmas, and Valentine's on Valentine's Day. What's wrong with that?" "What's wrong with that," said Mama, "is that holidays are about much more. Thanksgiving is about being thankful. Christmas is about goodwill and peace on earth. And Valentine's Day is about love and friendship." "What do you think about that, my dear?" asked Papa. Well, where did Sister go?" he said, looking around. "She went into the kitchen," said Brother, which Sister had. She'd gone into the kitchen to look at the calendar on the wall. She was looking ahead for holidays. She looked at the rest of February. There weren't any more big holidays in February. She looked at March. She didn't see any big holidays in March. But then she looked at April, and right there in April was a really big holiday. Easter! Yum, she thought. Coconut eggs, jelly beans, chocolate bunnies, yum, and double yum. That night, Sister fell asleep while visions of jelly beans and chocolate bunnies danced in her head. But it was still winter, and when she woke up the next morning, she forgot about Easter and spring because there were new blanket of snow covering the earth. Wonderful snow to sled on, to make forts out of, to make angel wings in. But Mother Nature hadn't forgotten, and while Brother, Sister, and their friends sledded and made forts and angels' wings, she was getting ready for a whole new season. Look under the snow right here. There are bulbs under there. Those are going to be flowers soon. As the winter winds died down and the sun began to ride higher in the sky, signs of spring began to appear. The big icicles of winter dropped from the roofs and stuck like swords in the last of the melting snow. Robins began looking for places to build their nests. Blue and yellow crocus peeped through the softening earth. There they are, popping up. And it wasn't very long before reminders of Easter began to appear in the supermarkets and on television. But it was the big billboard in the town square that got Sister and Brother really excited about Easter. That is what it said. This is what it said. "Coming soon, the giant Beartown Easter egg hunt. Don't miss it. All cubs welcome. Prizes, prizes, prizes." "Look," said Brother. "It says the prizes are on display in the window at the Beartown General Store." And were they ever? There were more jelly beans than you could ever count. Sugar-trimmed, dark chocolate, coconut-filled eggs with sugar roses and violets on them. Life-size milk chocolate bunnies, and one chocolate bunny was as big as Brother Bear. Happy Easter indeed. This was going to be the biggest, best, most delicious Easter ever. Brother and Sister were so excited they ran all the way home. Mama was in the treehouse front yard. "Sister," said Brother, "you tell Mama about the big Easter egg hunt while I go find Papa and tell him." It's a lot of candy. "Mama, Mama," spurted Sister. She was so excited and out of breath she could hardly talk. "Now, my dear," said Mama, "I know that what you want to tell me is very exciting, but I'm sure it can wait until you catch your breath. Meanwhile, I've got some exciting things to show you." "But Mama," protested Sister. "Just look here," said Mama, kneeling down. "See these little blue and yellow flowers? They're from the crocus bulbs I planted last fall. They've been sleeping under the snow all winter. Now they are the first to push up through the earth and greet the spring. Aren't they lovely? Yes, Mama, they're nice, said Sister, but Brother and I were just down at the town square, and guess what? But Mama didn't quite hear Sister because she had walked across the yard and was looking closely at a scratchy-looking bush. It didn't look like much to Sister. This is a forsythia, said Mama. It doesn't look like much now, but come the first warm, sunny day, it will burst with thousands of bright yellow flowers. Surely you remember it from last spring, my dear. Sister did, sort of. It was pretty, but it didn't begin to compare with those sugar roses and violets on those dark chocolate Easter eggs and those zillions of brightly colored jelly beans. That's when Papa and Brother came running around the house. Papa was just as excited as Brother and Sister. How about that? Cried Papa. How about what? Said Mama. Didn't Sister tell you? Said Papa. There's going to be a big Easter egg hunt on town square, and you should hear the prizes. More jelly beans than you could ever count. Papa, said Brother, and all kinds of chocolate eggs, counted Papa. Papa, repeated Brother, tugging on his pants. Yes, son? I forgot to tell you, said Brother. The Easter egg hunt is just for cubs. Just for cubs, said Papa. That's right, said Brother. Oh, said Papa. He was more than a little disappointed. Papa was crazy about jelly beans, especially the black ones. Do you like black jelly beans? The red ones are my favorite. Mama sighed. She looked at Papa and the cubs. She was a little disappointed too. The day of the Easter egg hunt dawned bright and early. Sister, Brother, and dozens of their friends were on the town square waiting for Mayor Honeypot to give the signal for the egg hunt to begin. They had bags and baskets of every shape to gather the eggs. Brother and Sister were especially well prepared. They each had a big basket to better carry the eggs they would find. When the mayor gave the signal, it was helter-skelter, gather, gather, here an egg, there an egg, everywhere an egg. But Brother and Sister had a plan. Instead of hunting where the other cubs were, they quickly moved to the woods at the edge of the square. Here's a red one, and a pink one, and a green one, shouted Sister as she popped the eggs in her basket. And here's an orange one, and a yellow one, and a lavender one, cried Brother as he popped them into his basket. A little while later, Brother noticed that Sister had become very quiet. He turned and saw her standing ever so still, looking in some bushes. And here, said Sister in a soft, hushed voice that Brother could hardly hear, are 5 tiny blue eggs in a nest deep in the bushes. Ever so carefully and quietly, Brother moved into the bushes and looked over Sister's shoulder at the real Easter eggs. And together they watched as one by one, each tiny blue egg cracked open and a tiny, scraggly, wet baby robin struggled to climb out. From time to time, the mother and father robin came to the nest with food, worms and insects. They took turns putting the food in the wide open beaks of the baby birds. Brother and Sister watched for a long time. They hardly moved. It was as if they were under a spell. It was the most wonderful and amazing thing they had ever seen. They missed most of the Easter egg hunt, but since every cub got a prize, they got some goodies for the eggs they had already gathered. A few chocolate eggs, but mostly jelly beans, which they shared with Papa. They gave him the black ones. Many of Sister's and Brother's friends won the really big prizes, but that was okay. The sugar-churned chocolate eggs and the giant chocolate bunny would not only soon be gone, they would leave quite a few tummy aches behind. Sister and Brother would never forget those birds, and the wonder of Easter as its message of new life would stay with them forever. Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful Easter. And I will see you on Monday. We've got a lot of neat new books next week. Bugs and Insects. Ooh. Love you. Bye.